Petrol, power, and the people. Abiola's wise words. Let me take you back to a moment in Nigeria's history when the late Chief MKO Abiola, a man known for his sharp business acumen and unshakable wit, was asked a simple but profound question. Would you ever consider increasing the price of petrol if you became president? Abiola, never one to shy away from a challenge, responded with a hearty laugh. In his usual charismatic style, he spoke not just to the journalist in front of him, but to the hearts of all Nigerians who would one day face the reality of rising fuel prices. His words, though laced with humor, carried a heavy message, a message of accountability, compassion, and the duty of leadership. Today, as we watch the price of petrol soar and the burden on the average Nigerian grow heavier, one can't help but remember Abiola's wisdom. He questioned why leaders would raise prices without first considering the true cost of production, and he reminded us, in his own playful way, that the leaders we trust with our resources should never turn deaf to our cries. In a time when the Nigerian people are once again questioning the actions of their leaders, the legacy of Abiola's words resounds louder than ever. What does it truly cost to produce a liter of petrol, and who's truly benefiting from the rise in prices? It's time for answers. A journalist allegedly stated that MKO Abiola was asked by a news editor if he'd consider increasing the price of petrol if he ever became president. Abiola burst into laughter and said, "You know I'm a chartered accountant, right? If anyone comes to me with this idea of hiking fuel prices, the first question I'd ask is, how much does it cost to produce 1 liter of petrol, considering the other goodies that come with crude oil?" Apparently, Abiola concluded that we might actually be producing a liter of petrol at almost zero cost once you factor in the other valuable products we get from crude oil. It's like cooking a pot of jollof rice and then selling only the grains but pretending the meat and veggies didn't come with it. Who does that? But here we are today asking ourselves the same question. How on earth are we paying this much for fuel? Could it be that someone's chopping our money quietly? Or maybe, just maybe, there's an invisible subsidy spirit haunting our economy. You see, I decided to consult our friend Meta AI today just to get some clarity on this fuel matter. Meta, I said, talk to me about the petroleum industry. And my people, Meta was ready. I asked for a breakdown of the derivatives from 1 barrel of Nigeria's Bonny Light crude oil, and Meta didn't hold back. The info came flying at me so fast I almost fainted. Did you know that Bonny Light is one of the most sought-after crudes in the world? Meta dropped the facts. Low sulfur content, high API gravity, balanced product yield. This oil is premium, my people. Then came the real gist. From 1 barrel of Bonny Light, this is what we get. Gasoline, PMS, 12.5 gallons, 47.3 liters. Diesel, 9.5 gallons, 36 liters. Jet fuel, kerosene, 3.5 gallons, 13.2 liters. Fuel oil, 6.0 gallons, 22.7 liters. Petrochemicals, 2.5 gallons, 9.5 liters. Other products, e.g. asphalt, lubricants, 1.5 gallons, 5.7 liters. Wow, talk about getting more bang for your barrel. I had to catch my breath, but I wasn't done. I asked Meta one last question. Can a refinery give out free petrol and still make profits from the other products? You won't believe this, but Meta said yes, absolutely. Meta AI explained that even if a refinery gives away petrol for free, it can still cover its costs and make a profit from the other products. Imagine that. Diesel, jet fuel, and petrochemicals have such high profit margins that they can carry the whole team, like Victor Osimhen carrying Nigeria's Super Eagles to victory. Now hold on, are we saying that we could be getting petrol for next to nothing? That all this talk about high prices and subsidies might just be one giant scam? I don't know about you, but this is starting to sound like one of those Nollywood movies where the villain pretends to be broke. Meanwhile, he's counting bundles of cash under his bed. My dear minister, if Meta AI can spill the beans like this, surely you can see that we are not asking for too much. We just want a little bit of truth and compassion. Mrs. Minister, please tell your husband that the masses are tired of pretending to smile while our pockets cry every time we buy fuel. After all, If you can make profits from everything else in that barrel, why should we be suffering over petrol? Let's not be the country that's known for having everything, but still choosing to be stingy with the one thing that could make life easier for its people. So, my fellow Nigerians, it seems we're not only swimming in crude oil, but also drowning in crude lies. But as Abiola would say, if you want to know the truth, start by asking the right questions. And who knows, maybe one day we'll wake up to find that our leaders have finally decided to do the right thing.